Now on the show, time to talk with friend of the show, tech commentator, tech extraordinaire, Jeff Quattro Marnie. He joins us with a cool piece of tech that he's been using a lot. How are you, Jeff?
I'm really well, Charlie. How are you?
I'm well. I don't believe that my posture is as good as it could be, and apparently this next piece of tech can help me with that.
Absolutely. Now, I've been using this for around a month's time now. Since we're all working from home, we're probably not sitting in the same perfect ergonomic environment that we did at our workplaces. Many of us sitting at dining room tables and things like that, so our posture starts to suffer. So this little box here is the Upright Go 2, and it actually sticks to your back and monitors your posture, but also actually notifies you and vibrates if you start to slouch in your chair, if you're starting to get a bit of a bad rhythm going. It will notify you of that and give you that muscle memory to remind yourself to sit up straight, as I've been getting good at.
Is it annoying though, like some of those bits of tech that give you that sort of alert that says you're doing the wrong thing? Eventually you just want to just do the wrong thing and not be continually alerted by it?
Look, I think, first of all, a lot of us are getting used to our wearables vibrating when there's notifications. So when your back vibrates, you probably think that you've received an email, but it's actually remembering, no, that's actually to tell me that my back is slouching. So in training mode, it will do that. It will actually remind you every single time you do slouch. If you put it just into monitor mode, which is where you've probably got a bit of a rhythm and you feel like you understand when you are slouching, then you don't get the vibrates anymore. So you can just leave it so that at the end of the day, you look at your smartphone and see how you were from a posture point of view. Otherwise, I leave it in training mode, and I actually enjoy that reminder when I go to bend down, or if I'm in the kitchen, that actually I'm really hunched over, and it's a good call out to say, hey, straighten up and bend down if you need to.
Yeah, you mentioned, and look, it's anything that helps you with improvement of your lumbar support, no doubt, is a good thing to look into. You did mention that at the start that it sticks to your back. Now, how does it do that? Like, does it stick to the skin? Because I'd imagine some from a sort of more Mediterranean variety would find that a little bit painful once they rip it off. How do we connect it?
Look, I was worried about that as well. And the adhesive on the back is quite interesting, that it is reusable in that I can put it onto my back, remove it actually without pulling hairs from the way it does work. It also manages to stay on even through a workout. So I've been doing some at-home workouts, bouncing around a bit, having a bit of a sweat going. It doesn't fall off, which has been quite surprising. But then at the end of the day, I take it off, I put it back in its charging case because I don't need to wear it to bed. And then when I wake up, the stick is still good enough for about 2 to 3 days before you start to notice it's losing its grip.
Very, very clever. So how much do these cost, and how long have you been wearing it for? And also, how long did it actually take you to sort of gel with the technology?
So getting up and started, it's less than $150 for the actual product itself. It does come with the charging case that it lives in. Realistically, at nighttime is the best time to put it in there. And for me, to get started was the first day, getting the app installed, configuring it to sit on the right spot in your back so it works properly. And then that first week was really interesting because you are getting those constant reminders that you are slouching and that you do need to fix your posture. By that second week, you are receiving a lot less vibrations because you're conscious of it. You've got this muscle memory that reminds you that what you're doing is about to be incorrect, or when you do need to pick up something that you could be doing it differently. And especially when I'm in the kitchen, I think that's what I'm noticing a lot. And when I'm sitting on teleconference calls or Zoom meetings, as we all seem to be joining, sometimes you start to put your hands up and you're holding your chin. You're actually dropping your head, and straight away you get that reminder to say, hang on, pull back. And you actually present better because you're sitting upright, but you're also much more conscious of your actual posture as well.
So it's about the cost of 2 hours at the physio, one of these things. I tell you, it's a lot less painful than the state that you're going to be in if you have to go to the physio. $150 for this cool piece of tech. Where do we get it, Jeff? And are they available now?
Available now. I've seen them at Harvey Norman and other retailers already, and also online. If you can't get out to a shop, they will deliver to your door. And you're right, a lot less cheaper than a physio, but it's just like having your mum at home when she used to say to sit up straight great when you were sitting down at the table.
No doubt about that at all. Good to have you on the show, Jeff. We'll speak to you again next week.
Thanks, Charlie.